Super Break is to pretend like it never fucking existed. That was the sign that the mechanic was fucking broken. This character should have been 100% free. Her E1 is one of the most diabolical eidolons I have ever seen from Honkai Star Rail. Brother, it's literally doubled my damage. It's literally, I think it's more than double the damage. What's good, everybody? Today we're going to be talking a little bit of everything Honkai Star Rail because the community is happy about some news. They're happy that in 4.0 some new characters are going to get buffed, but I am here today to kind of question this motive given what we have just seen in 3.8 with the release of the Dalia. Yes, we're going to talk about her, we're going to talk about Super Break, and we're going to talk about how this just kind of feels like a little bit weird from HSR and how people are kind of like praising this as being a good thing, yet kind of ignoring this character right here. But you know, here we go. So essentially, after version 4.0 update, limited 5-star characters Sparkle, Harmony Quantum, and Black Swan and Holiday Wind will receive character enhancements. Now, as we all know, Sparksy is going to be the new version of Sparkle that follows the path of elation that will come out in 4.0. And we also have another character, Yao Guang, but that's kind of irrelevant here. But here we have original Sparkle. We have OG Sparkle here, and we have Black Swan. Now, as we know, Black Swan is a core unit for a lot of dot teams, and Sparkle doesn't really have any teams these days. She doesn't really have anyone she's good for apart from Archer. She's really only useful with Archer and doesn't really have a place anywhere else. So she's become a character that a lot of people have benched because there are others that kind of do her job better for certain situations, kind of like Sunday, for example, right? Kind of like Sunday is always touted as like maybe like the better Sparkle. So people are happy that she's going to get a buff that might allow her to be usable for more teams as you go into 4.0. She has more viability, which I think that's a good thing, right? Same thing with Black Swan, giving her a buff to make more teams kind of viable in the content that people are going to be going into 4.0. But the thing is, right, here's where I'm kind of like scratching my head on this issue, right? Because this is very clearly to me, yeah, Sunday came and took Sparkle's job, exactly. Like the power creep question, right? It's not necessarily a power creep question, but like when another character comes into a turn-based game that has a similar kit function, then you have to like compare them. You gotta compare them, but hopefully this means that this will make more units viable to make teams with so people can use them. But here's the thing, like Hoyo is very obviously aware about their need to buff older characters. Okay, they've done it before with like Blade, for example. They did it with Kafka. I believe it was Silver Wolf as well, right? Like they've buffed Jingli. They buffed a bunch of previous characters, and they're now moving that up a stage, and they're doing it with 2.0 characters. And rather than buff like a DPS character, they're buffing supports, right? Because if you buff a support, you can, in theory, make more teams viable, which is why they're taking this route, and I understand, especially when it comes to Black Swan and Sparkle, who you're going to have her counterpart. Okay, but here's the thing. Hoyo is very aware about a lot of their characters not being able to meet the mark, so to speak, right? They're very aware of a lot of these characters not being able to perform as intended, and they get benched and people never use them anymore. And this is the whole power creep conversation that goes around is just like extremely very prevalent. I was like, okay, we'll buff these characters for free, and everyone like claps. Yippee! Yay, Hoyo! Oh, you're doing the right thing, clapping, and they end up kissing the boot of this company for doing such a good thing. But when it comes to characters like Firefly, like Rapper, like Boot Hill, who suffer from the broken mechanic of Super Break, this is not a fault of character kits. Firefly, Boot Hill Rapper, their lack of performance was not from a terrible kit design, but instead was a fault of the fundamental shit show that was how Super Break worked as a mechanic at its core. But did Hoyo decide to do anything to fix that? As they continuously made more and more like bosses with increasing HP pools and increasing toughness bars. As they continued to do that and completely shafted any Super Break character, did they even think to fix it? Did they even think to fix it? No. They didn't. You guys were not worthy enough. You guys were not worthy enough. And then a whole damage meta was just delegated to being one of the shittest that Honkai Star Rail ever had. No one could use Super Break characters anymore. You could, but it was difficult. It was a lot more difficult than just having any other kind of team. It just became a pain because intrinsically, Super Break just didn't work anymore because the only way you were able to do any substantial damage was after you had broken the toughness bar of enemies. And when you inflate that to insane degrees, suddenly the effectiveness of your characters and teams doesn't work anymore, and it's not good, and it actively goes against this mechanic. Doesn't matter how you build them, it just wasn't good and it didn't fit. But did Hoyo make any sort of announcement of, you know what, we're gonna buff how Super Break works, we're gonna change how Super Break works? No, they didn't do that. What do they do instead? They sold you the solution. They sold you the solution in a character, the Dalia. Yes. After all of 3.0, the conclusion of the Amphoria story, rather than fix Super Break, that was their mistake, they want you to pay to fix their mistake in this character. I was testing this out yesterday. This character takes you from not being able to clear it all with a free-to-play Super Break team to being able to 3-star it. That's how much this character is broken in fixing Super Break. She is now became a requirement. If you really want to effectively use a Super Break team, she is absolutely a must-have requirement for you to be able to utilize those teams to any sort of like reasonable degree. This character should have been 100% free. I'm saying right, this character should have been 100% free, and the fact that it wasn't is one of the most just diabolical things I have seen from Hoyo. Like, I'm not kidding. It's literally one of the most insane moves I've ever seen. Hey, here's a Super Break mechanic that doesn't even fucking work anymore in the game. We're not gonna fix it. Instead, I'm just gonna show you I'm just gonna sell you the character that fixes it for you. We're not gonna make it free. No, you're gonna have to pay up if you want this to work. But it gets even worse. It gets even fucking worse. Because not only does this character fix a Super Break issue, and how does she... Cap, how does she fix Super Break, you might ask? Well, we all know, again, the problem with Super Break is you couldn't deal Super Break damage until you had broken an enemy. That was like the main problem. The Dhalia fixes this because she is able to target someone on your team as being a dance partner, and once that person is targeted, every piece of damage they do counts as Super Break. So you don't even have to break the enemy in order to deal Super Break damage. The way to fix Super Break is to pretend like it never fucking existed. That's the sign that it was broken from the beginning. When the character you create to fix the problem, the only reason why it's successful is because it lets you ignore the fucking mechanic in the first place. That was the sign that the mechanic was fucking broken. This character should have been 100% free. This character should have been 100% free because it literally fixes the mistake that they made. And the worst part about it, her E1 is one of the most diabolical eidolons I have ever seen from Honkai Star Rail. The super break damage multiplier provided by talent dance partners now applies to all ally characters. So now with her E1, it's not just Firefly that will deal constant super break damage, but everyone in your party will now do super break damage without breaking a character. With dance partners additionally receiving a 40% boost. Oh, so now it's just a team-wide 40% boost on everyone dealing super break damage in the whole team. And then on top of that, you get a free 25% like toughness reduction on every enemy. Like, this is one of the most insane E1s. So not only should have this character, like, they want you, not only do they want you to spend to fix their mistake, they release an E1 eidolon that makes it even more, like, fucked up. It makes it, this could almost be a character kit in itself. It's that insane. So they don't just want you to pull, they really want you to pull. Like, this is one of the most diabolical things I have ever seen from Honkai Star. Like, I'm not... To fix their own mistake, they want you to pay. But then they make her eidolon even more busted, so you spend even more to fix their mistake. Why are we acting like newer supports won't make older teams stronger? Literally happens in every gacha. Brother, if that is your takeaway from this, we are absolutely screwed. This isn't a case of like a support that makes older teams viable, right? This is a support that is the only reason why older teams become viable. Not because the characters were power crept, but because the mechanic doesn't work. There is a big difference between a character buffing older units to bring their damage up and a character that actually ignores the mechanic that those DPSs were based off of in the first place. This is entirely different. That's why this is different. If it was just a case of, oh, they just buff a bit of damage, it's like whatever. But the reason why your damage gets buffed is because it ignores the reason why those characters did damage in the first place. You created a character to solve a problem, and to solve a problem. It's like, I've just never seen something so fucking crazy from them. The Dalia should have been free. I will stand by that. She should have been absolutely free. Guys, don't tell her what Lene does with Shang Liao. Okay, clearly, I'm on my own fucking planet here. I'm sorry. Shang Liao doesn't have a mechanic that is inherently bricked and fucked up. Shang Liao doesn't inherently have a kit that just doesn't work. Super Break is a kit that fundamentally does not work anymore. That is the most like a crazy false equivalence. This is literally selling characters to fix a solution in the dev's ability to make like damage dealing types. That's what's so insane about this to me. I wouldn't really have much of a problem if this was just a character that boosted an older DPS's damage. Like that, like I don't really care that much about. But the reason why I give a shit about this is because it's a character that's used to fix a mistake they made. Like that's literally the point of this. When Break was broken, they started making sure you couldn't break the bar with newer enemies being resistance. Then they are proceeding to release Dhalia to fix that mistake. Exactly. They kept releasing more and more bosses and more enemies that were literally working against you. And then the Dhalia is here to save the day. It's some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen. These things are not comparable. Again, if she's just a buffer that supports older units, fine. But that's not what happening here. The way she buffs these older units It's because it ignores the mechanics the devs made in the first place for those characters. So in theory, well not in theory, logically, they made a broken mechanic and they're selling you the solution. It's easy as that.
Danger ahead. Ready yourself.
This is gonna be so good, guys. Guys, this is gonna be peak. Let's go. Let's go.
All will be swept
Let's see how many cycles this takes. Guys, remember, let's see how we started from 27. Let's see how many cycles this takes. Let's see how many cycles this takes. This isn't clearing.
How's this taste?
She's gonna die.
Show begin. My friend. Time to mix things up.
Feels like poor shaming. Oh god.
Burns to ashes.
Oh god.
If I could do it all again.
Oh, global massive. Let's go. Oh fuck. Oh my god. Yeah, yeah, okay. So we'll see. If we manage to do this with Dalia, that's like that'd be terrible. Okay, what did we get up to? All right, we got to like what, 23? All right, let's see the difference, boys. Let's see the difference. Let's see how, I doubt we're gonna clear, but let's see how much further we get.
Let's improvise. Let the show begin. My friends, indulge yourselves.
Immolate in my dance. It all done.
The difference is we die fast this time.
Fight to live. You want to betray me? Set the seas ablaze.
Damn. Yeah, we're just gonna die quicker. Holy shit!
Dreams do come true. Let the show begin.
Set the seas ablaze.
Brother, brother, it's literally doubled my damage.
It all done.
It's literally, I think it's more than double the damage. It's literally more than double the damage. I think we still die.
Burns to ashes.
Yeah, we think we're definitely still gonna die, but it's literally more than double the damage. Oh my god, we actually got to the boss. We actually got to the boss.
My friends, indulge.
Yeah, we need like leg shot for this to work.
Fight to live.
Let's improvise.
Is this clearing? I think, guys, I think this is gonna clear. There's no fucking way. There's no way. Oh no, it's over. It's over now. No, it's over. We're cooked. We're cooked. We don't survive again. We don't survive again.
Can't wait anymore.
Oh my god. Gallagher! Stay alive!
Mix things up. My friends, indulge yourselves.
Ah!
Set the seas ablaze.
Ah!
To your bones.
Ah! Brother! Oh, fuck. Oh, it's cutting it close. Oh, it's cutting it close. Oh, he's got the oh, brother.
Indulge yourselves!
Fight to live!
Oh!
Can't wait anymore.
Oh! There ain't no way we just cleared that! There ain't no way we just cleared that! That's bad. How? Want to bench your old characters forever. Oh, yes! Thank you, Daddy Hoyo, for like making this character so I could use my old teams. Thank you for making me spend more money to fix your problems. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for fixing the problem by making me spend characters to fix your problem. How does the boot taste? How does the boot fucking taste?
Twitch.tv/Captain Cabinetz, Captain Cabinetz.